Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers. Everyone loves Super Smash Brothers. Your mom loves Super Smash Brothers, your dad loves Super Smash Brothers, your siblings love Super Smash Brothers, your grandma loves Super Smash Brothers, your cat loves Super Smash Brothers, even your future children love Smash Brothers. As you know, a brand new Smash Brothers game is heading to the Wii U and 3DS in 2014, and tons of top 10s for new characters are also being made. But have you ever thought about what stages should be in the next Smash Brothers? Well, I have, and I made this list to tell you what stages I think should be in the next Smash Brothers game. Since Smash 4 is coming to two different systems, each with their own different stages, I've split my list in half. 3DS stages, which can only be handheld games, and Wii U stages, which can only be console games. As with any list, there needs to be rules. Rule number 1, the areas can only be from this console generation or the previous generation. I do this because most stages in Smash Brothers do the same thing and I want to keep this list accurate. Rule number 2, only one franchise per half of the list. Rule number 3, no third-party stages. Once again, I'm trying to keep it accurate and the only confirmed third-party character is Mega Man, and he already has a stage. With that said, let's get into the list. Kid Icarus Uprising is one of the most original games I've played in a long time, and personally, I think it needs a sequel on the Wii U. But what area from Kid Icarus did I pick? The Space Pirate Ship. At the end of the mission, you make it to the deck of the Space Pirate Ship and a Kraken attacks. My idea for this stage is for the battles to take place on the deck of the ship with the Kraken in the background. The stage's gimmick can be the Kraken constantly attacking the stage with his tentacles, so it's kind of like a half boss fight, half stage. Kind of like that one boss fight in Super Meat Boy that everyone hated. On second thought, what? You put an area from this game on the list? It's a disgrace to Kirby. It's just a stupid baby game that ruined the franchise. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, I'll admit that Kirby's Epic Yarn surely is an odd branch of the franchise. That by no means makes it a bad game. Besides, Kirby has always been Nintendo's little guinea pig. Just look at Air Ride, a game that people also complained about, but it's loved today. Anyway, the area I chose for Kirby's stage is the Quilty Square, the main hub center for Epic Yarn. The biggest reason I want to see this stage is because of its great design. Even if you hate the game, you have to admit the art style is charming and appealing. And in the Wii U's HD, it'd be unbelievable to look at. Another reason I'd love to see it is because there are a lot of potential stage interactions. Look at the apartment full of platforms to fight on. You could even fight on the castle, and who could forget the furniture shop with the stereotypical Italian guys? The area itself just looks like a Smash Brothers stage. You could literally just copy paste it and hit that little 1080p button, and bam, there you go, Game of the Year. Pokemon Black is my favorite Pokemon game. But Micah, it's got ice cream in it. Freaking ice cream. Food Pokemon shouldn't be a thing, neither should trash bags. Yeah, I know it's got some weird Pokemon in it, but that might be one of the reasons I like it so much. It's got weird Pokemon. Anyway, when I was thinking of an area from Pokemon Black to put in Smash Bros., the first thing that came to mind is Castelia City from Black and White. Castelia City is based heavily off New York, and as we know from almost every superhero movie ever, New York is an awesome place to have a battle. Imagine fighting on top of buildings and in the streets. It would be cool to fight in the streets while avoiding all the people running around. They could even put an area in for the docks, and you could even go to the sewer area that appeared in Black and White too. Maybe you could even fight on the bridge they used to get to the city, and who could forget about that music? Warning, the following entry contains partial spoilers for Pikmin 3, so don't go complaining in the comments saying I didn't warn you. I really love Pikmin 3. It's definitely my favorite game on the Wii U so far, but it's not like it has any competition. I love it so much because it's like nothing I've ever played before. The world's so much fun to explore because it feels alien, but familiar. The atmosphere is amazing because it feels like you're exploring a place you've already been before, but with a whole new perspective. Kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Back to stage canons though. Originally I was gonna put Garden of Hope on this list, but there's a screenshot for a stage that looks suspiciously like Garden of Hope. So for the sake of putting something more creative, I'm gonna go with the final area of the game, Formidable Oak. In this area, you try to help Olimar escape out of a tree as you're being chased by a giant golden monster. I hate this thing. I lost every last one of my Pikmin to it, and it even made me rage quit the game. To be honest, I still haven't beat Pikmin 3 because I hate this monster so much. But this monster could be incorporated into the stage. It could be a scrolling stage where you run from the monster. If you fell into the monster, it'd be an instant kill. This potential stage could lead to a lot of great moments. Imagine hitting your friends to the monster and still trying to cope with it yourself. This would make it a very interesting stage for the franchise. I was looking through my 3DS games trying to find a Mario game that had a good area to make a Smash Brothers stage out of. Super Mario 3D World's area is a little too stereotypical for the series, so I couldn't find anything to work with there. New Super Mario Bros. 2 is just bland, so I started looking through the spin-off games. That's when it hit me. The Dream Worlds from Mario & Luigi Dream Team would make an awesome Smash Brothers stage. It would be so awesome that if when you battle in the Dream Worlds, there could be Luigi-area attacks from the game that you would have to dodge. Like every once in a while a giant ball of Luigi's would come to knock everyone off the stage and you would have to dodge it. Luigi's could fall from the skies trying to deal damage to you. Maybe the giant Luigi could even show up from time to time and he could try to hammer smash and jump on everyone in the stage. This stage could also double as an awesome tribute to Luigi for the Year of Luigi that's happening this year. It's better than just announcing that he's going to be in the next Smash Bros. Game. A stage in a crossover about Nintendo games that's based on a game about a crossover of Nintendo games. Nintendo Gameception. I think Nintendo Land would make an awesome stage because it combines a bunch of games into one. It's basically the Ditto of the Smash Bros. Stages, and Ditto's awesome! My idea for the stage would be to fight on the train that would circle around the park. Maybe there could even be a different gimmick for each area of the park. Arrows could be shot at you in the Zelda area, ninja stars could fall from the sky in the Taku Maru area, those super annoying Yoshi cars could chase you around in the Mario area. I swear, those things are pure evil. You know what I mean. Nintendo Land was a great place to get a feel for all the big Nintendo franchises, and a stage in the next Smash Bros. Game could do the same. But hey, don't take it from me, let's see what the tourists from Miiverse have to say about Nintendo Land being a stage. Sir, what do you think about Nintendo Land being a stage in the next Smash Bros. Game? Sorry, I don't speak Japanese. Brr. Okay then, moving on. What about you, sir? What do you think about Nintendo Land being a stage in the next Smash Bros. Game? Wire butts. I couldn't agree more, sir. I couldn't agree more. Yes, a very great opinion indeed. Oh look, it's Jimmy. Let's see what he has to say. No, Jimmy, we're talking about Smash Brothers, not Animal Crossing. Jimmy, come back, Jimmy. 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 No, Jimmy, don't. I need to ask you a question, Jimmy. Jimmy, wait. Oh gosh, Jimmy. Jimmy, what are you doing? Spirit Tracks was my very first Zelda game, and I find it to be very underrated. Nintendo has already shown us a train map for the next game which has Toon Link driving it, which has led some to believe that they are removing him from the character roster. Nintendo, please don't do this. You can't take him away from me. Rest in peace, Toon Link. You will be missed. Along with story mode and cutscenes. Anyway, back to the point. I think that a great area from Spirit Tracks to make a stage out of is the Tower of Spirits itself. You could find the dark corridors of the tower, and every once in a while, phantoms would come out and try to kill you. They could even have a pit of lava in the map that could have Phantom Zelda carrying Toon Link across it, and you could join them to get from one side of the stage to another. But having Toon Link in the stage could only bring back the memories of his life. Toon Link, why did you have to die so young? Why do the good ones always have to be the ones that die? Why, Nintendo? Why? What? You said no games that aren't in this gen or the previous. You liar, you can't even fire on rules, you suck. Unsub. Whoa. First of all, I never said no remakes. Second of all, it's my list so I can break my own rules if I want. Anyway, back to the point. I picked Dragon Roost Island because it's fairly early in the game and it's easily recognizable. And also, that music! The stage could have 4 main areas, the first being the base of the island where the grass and ocean are, the second being the rocky part of the mountain, with the third being the Rito settlement. The final part of the stage could be the outside part of the dungeon and the summit where Valu is. It would also be cool if you could pick up bomb flowers around the island and use them against the other players that are climbing to knock them off. With all of these additions, I can see Dragon Roost being a very chaotic area to fight on. The number 1 entry actually comes from a lesser known downloadable game on the 3DS eShop, Pushmo. Well, Pushmo isn't my favorite game. I think it would be an amazing stage to fight on in Smash Bros. Just because of how the game itself is designed. There would need to be a lot of adjustments to fit Smash Bros. Though, since Smash Bros. Only has 2-dimensional movement and Pushmo is 3-dimensional. Instead of the Pushmos being pulled 3 times, they could just be pulled once. The screen could constantly be scrolling up, and you would need to climb a randomly generating Pushmo. Since the screen would be constantly scrolling, there would be no permanent ground, and it would be awesome to knock your friends off the edge of the Pushmo and send them falling to their death. Since the Pushmo would be randomly generated, it would add a lot of replayability to the stage, and you would have to constantly be making up new strategies to knock your friends off the edge. And plus, this underrated little gem needs more advertising, and Smash Bros. Is definitely the way to do it. It's no secret that I love the Super Mario Galaxy games. Seeing Galaxy 1 not have a stage in Brawl was actually pretty disappointing. I looked through galaxies that would make good stages, and I came down to Honey Hive and Toy Time galaxies. To get a second opinion, I asked some of the people on the Hidden Block forums, which by the way is an amazing site, links in the description if anyone wants to check it out. Like I said, I talked to the people on the forums, and I was told that there should be a stage that takes you to the best planets of each galaxy, so that's what I have for the list. Basically, you could start at the Comet Observatory, and you would fight there, then after a while, there would be a countdown timer that appears on the screen. Once the timer reaches 0, everyone would be blasted off to another planet to fight, and so forth. This would be an amazing way to capture the feel of Super Mario Galaxy into a Super Smash Bros. Stage.
I'd like to see a stage based on Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. Now, admittedly, I haven't completely played the game. In fact, I actually never played it, but I've seen it, and it looks really cool, and a stage in Smash Brothers might be that little extra nudge that I need to be motivated enough to force myself to finally play the game.
I want Big Island from Super Mario Bros. 3. It's so bad. Battle Club. Freddie Mercury. I don't know if I go any higher, I'll be out of frame. Dark Island.
Personally, I think any area from the game Harmonite would be good, because it's one of Nintendo/Game Freak's lesser known IPs. It'd be cool to see it have some sort of representation in the new Smash Bros. Game.
Dude, they should have a level from Super Adventure Island, like inside the whale's stomach.
The Great Glacier from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Gates to Infinity.
My pick would have to be the Glade of Dreams from Rayman. Is it that it's just so beautiful, or that it screams adventure? Whatever it is, it obviously means Rayman would have to be added to the roster. Come on Ubisoft, let Nintendo use him. You still owe us for the Legends delay.
Dark Cave from Pokemon Generation 2, purely for the music alone.
They should have Galar Plains from Xenoblade Chronicles, as well as the music from Xenoblade Chronicles. Most of the music from Xenoblade Chronicles, really.
Pokeforce 2.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you want to watch some of my friends' videos, they're right there on the screen. Go click on them. Thanks for watching and God bless.